Hello Figgy Fiends and Collectors, this is me, Daniel East 1000, back again with a little bit of a haul. I know most people have probably seen this stuff already because people have got these way before me, but whatever, I'm going to show them off because this is a wave, spoiler alert, that I've been really looking forward to. This is a set of figures and I don't typically pre-order a set of figures all together in one go, but you was kind of forced to with these. But nonetheless, the first question that's probably on your mind is, why am I wearing this mask? That's because I've got a horrible chunky spot just there and it's a mess. I know I'm a sight for sore eyes as it is anyway, but it's even worse with that, so I'll spare you guys a little bit. Anyways, on to the things that I've received in the mail. I don't have a box to show you because I binned it because I had to get to work. I needed to store them somewhere that wasn't as chunky, so I popped them in my bag. You don't need to know that detail. Nonetheless, let's start off. There's 4 figures, which is a bit of a giveaway, and the first figure will most definitely give it away. We've got Ahsoka Tano. All these figures are from the Clone Wars, and more specifically to somewhat commemorate the 7th and final season. So these are all based on the Siege of Mandalore arc. So Ahsoka is number 2. The first Clone Wars figure is the Kamino Clone Trooper, which I do have out on display somewhere. But Ahsoka is number 2, and I have to say she is looking absolutely lovely as ever. To be honest with you, this wasn't the figure I was most excited about. I'm really glad I did get her, but it was mostly all the other figures in this wave, and I kind of saw this one. It's like, well, I may as well just get her anyway. I may as well just get the full set. Don't get me wrong, I love Ahsoka and I'm really pleased I've got this figure. For me personally, the one that was a biggie for me, and I feel like Hasbro should have made this from the offset of when season 7 of the Clone Wars was announced, or at least getting ready to premiere, the 332nd Ahsoka's Clone Trooper with the Ahsoka markings on the helmet. And it's just such an awesome look. I've heard a lot of mixed things about this figure. The helmet isn't too bad. I think my Kamino Clone Trooper is probably a lot worse than this one looking at it. All things aside, I do agree with people that the helmet should be corrected, but first impressions of this guy at least, he looks fine, he looks okay. Next up we have, for number 4, the Mandalorian Loyalist, of which I did think was maybe going to be Bo-Katan. Naturally, I was wrong. I would like to see Bo-Katan though, especially to accompany this figure and a lot of the other figures in this set. Well, this one's a pretty neat one. It's another Mandalorian to add to the ranks. Lots to complain about. And also, finally, the Mandalorian. There's some sites were naming it, but this is just dubbed as the Mandalorian Super Commando. This is one of Darth Maul's little cronies, of whom I thought was going to be Gar Saxon. To be honest, it probably is. It's just Hasbro being lazy, because I don't really remember any other than Mandalorians or Mandalorian Commandos having the horns on the helmet. I do remember them, however, having like other Maul markings. So you could sort of pass this off as Gar Saxon. Part of me is very much tempted to make a custom made sniper rifle or sort of accessories Gar Saxon would carry, just to make it a bit more Gar Saxon-y. Nonetheless, this is super badass. Just first impressions of that. This one was actually probably the one that I was most excited about, and having it in person, it's super badass. I just wish, like with the Mandalorian Loyalist, I wish that we got a Maul to accompany this. That would just be chef's kiss perfection. A boy can dream though, fingers crossed we'll get that someday. Nonetheless though, all these figures are absolutely smashing. I'm really impressed with these. I'll see if I can get them all in. There we go. That's the thumbnail. Really pleased with all these figures. It's an interesting wave for sure, in at least how Hasbro have marketed them. As soon as they went up for pre-order, everyone jumped on them and they sold out relatively instantly. And I do hope Hasbro comes to the senses and re-release them again, just so other people can get their hands on them. Especially because at least 3 of these figures are army builders. People would absolutely lap these up. And having these now, I'm a bit more motivated to work on a project that I was working on that I haven't actually shared to you guys. Oh, I I've done that now for you, so there we go. Because let's be honest, it's highly unlikely that Hasbro's going to make that thing. I mean, it would be awesome if they did. Who knows? Hot Toys have done it, so maybe Hasbro might follow suit. But in the meantime, I'm going to make my own, or at least try to. So that's my little overview look at my haul. I will definitely be reviewing these guys at some point, maybe on my day off this week, but it's quite late now and I'm going to leave it there, let you dwell on it. And you know what, which one do you want to see me review first? I'll leave the option in your hands. So thank you for watching, and this is me, Daniel Lees 1000, sign out.